We should start charging admission.
Yes, if you've got a friend with a lake home and a boat stuff and all that, I don't care what you think it might cost, and you might think it costs way too much, but bring him steak, bring him beverages, whatever you can bring the guy that has to put up with the lake stuff. It's nowhere close enough to being enough. You could never bring the guy enough.
Are you making hints to your guests?
Oh, I'll take anything I can get. I'll take anything I can get.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. We are just off of the long holiday Christmas weekend. It's been raining here. I'm taking you out to show you something I've maybe never seen at this date. Normally it's snowing, but it's been raining for 3 days straight. And it's starting to puddle. I'm not sad about this because obviously we're done with harvest. And actually a lot of it, even though it looks like it's running away, a lot of it is soaking into the ground, which is awesome for next year since we were so dry. Granted, the fall was very wet. This is a nice soaker. This is going to help out for next year. So even though there is ponding water, we do have, or did have, a little bit of frost, but I have a feeling that that's probably leaving at a rapid pace. I'm just so glad we don't have to go farming. Oh, we could just watch it rehydrate the soil and prepare for next year. I'm excited about that, but this is something I've never seen. Like I said, normally it comes in the snowflake form, and I'm glad it didn't, because if it would have snowed as much water as it's rained, we'd have well over 2 feet of snow in 3 days. Ain't no one prepared for that on the first snowstorm. So this ditch here, this is what drains Artichoke Lake. It runs right through the home 80 here. That was dry 3 days ago, or there was no water in there. And as you can see, that neighbor's tile outlet is running in full force. Crazy. So I think it's time this week to maybe get the snowblower on, because most likely, odds are, it isn't going to rain all winter long. The snow will be here at some point, and that's packed in the shed. So we should probably get that out and get prepared. We'll wait till everyone rolls in. Sounds like Dad got a head cold during the Christmas weekend, so he said don't be looking for him too early today. So the other thing different about today is, if you notice, Chris is gone. It's gone. He's gone. Very sad about that. He's been living here upstairs actually for, well, since the end of September. Came up from Iowa for this harvest season. So did Jordan also. Unfortunately, it is their time to go home, or they needed to go home. Jordan went home a while ago, but Chris went home, and I guess he's not coming back, guys. I'm very disappointed about that. We did build wonderful relationships with those guys, so I'm sure we will see them again as far as them working here. I don't know, we'll see. Chris, he sounds like he's got plans. I'm sad to see him go, but you're welcome back anytime, Chris. There's lots of stuff to work on. So, look what's back. Look what's back with a brand new engine overhaul. Oh, Mr. Purple Pete, you have been an expensive truck. Like I said earlier in a different video, the trucking industry this year is just, the expenses are unbelievable. Very disheartening news. But now, hopefully, Mr. Purple Pete will be a beast. And I've talked to the driver that's been driving this, and she's got some ponies, and it's running perfect. So, hopefully, no more trouble with you. No more. You've gotten your money for the next 10 years. Are we having fun?
A blast.
A blast. Oh, the greatest part about track machines. Bogey wheel oil changes.
It's not too bad if I just have to clean. You can take
He
off
just
the
loves
snap
cleaning.
ring. You can take off the snap rings.
That is the worst part. These things.
I'm always scared this is going to
Yes.
go flying.
And when it does, it would take an eyeball or harm you. So nonetheless, this is our highest hour quad track, so we're just going through it. Engine oil was changed right after harvest, before tiling and ditch scraping. Replaced air filters. Well, that's what I was doing, Brody, before I got distracted and walked away for an hour. I'm changing the transmission oil. We try to do that every year. We were told by our case store, changing that every year. Cheap preventative maintenance for transmission failure. So we do that every year. Change the hydraulic filter. The oil does not need to be changed. Just looking them over to make sure there's nothing else wrong. But surprisingly, this one, other than just oil changes and normal maintenance, don't see anything wrong yet. Oh great, the battery is dead. But that holds like 12 or 15 gallons. So why is there air in the system? It's gonna pump for quite a while, but I do not understand why there's air in there. There should not be air. Look at it. It's not a very fast thing, but it's better than holding jugs.
Hello?
What, are you shopping?
A little bit.
Are you shopping?
A little bit, but I can't figure out the website.
If you're on Capped, I already looked this winter for 9RXs, there's none. They don't have any.
Why wouldn't they? Because nobody's trading them in. They're so good.
Put this on your tongue, is it good?
No, I've seen it done though. It doesn't hurt that bad. Ah, you guys got me sick.
Charged up. Yeah,
The head
good thing
cold.
you didn't lick this. Haha, we're back. It's the original battery. Dead. It's dead. Brody, it's dead. Junk.
What is it, 50, 30?
What? 50 in the big ones, 30 in the little is what we've always done. I've heard that people run all 30 now, but it's been working. We haven't had any failures.
Right here.
30 and 50. So how do you want to do this? We want to do each track as we go, like filling and emptying, or should we just empty them all like we normally do and then fill?
That's what I was planning on doing.
Okay, well, they'll drip forever, so I normally take little cups and put underneath there. The old Telk cups.
Why don't we just
You know, you used to get one of these cups in every single Telk box.
They need to be clean.
Nowadays, no. No, inflation brings Telk price up, and then you don't even get a little cup scooper anymore.
Just wrap it.
So I do really like this tube. Works very well, especially for over here. I should have two of them so that you can always keep rotating and keep efficiency up. So where that thing really shines is like this one here, where I can't get a cup where it is going to drain. But like on these, for whatever reason, some miracle, 3 of them were all just perfect, so I can set a cup in there. So I'll probably, well, we'll see. We'll see if I can get creative here. This is the way we used to do it before we had that nice tray. But to keep efficiency moving, I've gone rogue. Just like that. We're draining. This one here, though, is where we're gonna have to get creative. Brody, are you okay?
Nice.
Sound like you were. I got a whole nother side done, Brody. Hurry up.
You hurry up.
It is dinner time, Brody. I'm feeling it too. All right, we're to the pit. This is very nice working. The only dangerous part is everything's at eye level when these come exploding. I need more cups, so I'm gonna put some covers on the outside.
Some of these are getting full.
I know, and this one's got a crack in it. Look out, it caught me on the other side and was just, it didn't look full, but it was running everywhere. It wasn't good. O-ring. Here's a tip. Before putting this on, take the plug out. Otherwise, it gets pressurized with air and you will really, really, really fight to get the snap ring in there. Don't take you long to realize that as an issue though. So scary. I've got one ready to refill, Brody.
Okay.
You aren't whispering Christmas music, are you? I thought Christmas is over. I thought that ended.
It's still the season.
Brody finally let me take a dinner break, and now we're to the filling process. Look at that. It's a long, slow process because look at he had it full, and then it just keeps going down as it fills the whole hub full.
I got the outside done.
He totally abandoned his cleaning job and everything. Made me do every step, take them off, clean them. But
You had
nonetheless,
to clean too.
I had to clean them all.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I cleaned these front two.
You never cleaned a single hub down here.
Well, I didn't do that part.
Okay.
The caps.
Is this the 30 weight?
It says it's 30.
All right. That's what it's supposed to look like, not totally black. So the big idler wheels, they seem to never be as dark as these little ones, because the little ones I'm sure turn like 3 times to every revolution of the big idlers.
Makes sense.
Yeah, definitely does. Look at my hand shaking. My arms are so shot from working above my head for the last 2.5 hours.
That's because you're tall. I mean, this is a good job for you. I'm short. Won't work.
Oh, Brody.
That's why there's a step stool down here for me.
I was using the step stool. I won't lie. Look at us go. Works so good when you have help. Never felt so alone for the last couple hours.
It hasn't been a couple hours. It's like 25 minutes.
Oh, really? Felt like a couple hours. Excuse yourself, Brody. So the question is, Brody, how many times have you overfilled these?
Twice.
Twice?
It's so dark over here, you can't see.
And then they're a nice black jug.
Yeah, you think you'd get clear ones so we could see how full it would be?
I do like this bulk system. We used to pour it out of the pail into here. This is top notch, I really do. Except you can really make a mess. It's gonna fill up on you. It's gonna fill up on you.
Nope, I didn't know where to quit now.
Are you using the same funnel on the 30 and the 50?
What am I supposed to tell you? No?
Are you cross-contaminationing?
No, see? You go like this.
Pretend you're gonna do it?
Okay, let's watch you spill now.
I'll do it. It is dark.
I told you.
What's this about?
I don't know what that's there for. I can't keep moving it. Oh!
Oh!
I was gonna turn the light off. I'm not saying anything.
We almost overfilled.
Wonder if this screws onto here.
You know, Brody, I got all mine full and you're still working on yours.
I I knew you were going to say that. Even though mine's twice the amount. And thicker, so it takes longer for it to go down.
You know, I just had to rub it in, Brody. So we're almost completed with this
The worst
project.
job of them all.
This is the worst job on a quad track by far. It's not a bad project, it's just time consuming. Very necessary, but time consuming. And then I need to check on these hoses here. So if you're familiar with a quad tractor, have one or more than one, this hose, the track tensioning hose, is the most important hose to look over and make sure there's no rubbing like that. See, we've double wrapped that hose. Let's just say when they do blow, you are gonna really dislike your life replacing this, because the tractor knows once that happens, you don't move it. Then you've got a puddle of oil to work in. So if I see any rubbing or fraying, that hose gets replaced. If it isn't too bad, I'll wrap it, double layer it, but I've replaced more of those hoses in preventative maintenance than any other hydraulic hose in my life. The job, you would do it once or twice, and you never want to experience it ever again.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's horrible, I'm telling you, man.
I've never done it. So.
Well, next time it happens, because it will happen,
Don't call me.
Brody is coming to fix it. You heard it there right now. He even said it. He's shutting down the bean planter to come fix hoses.
Love to.
What?
I would love to.
Yeah, I suppose. Brody, this one's twisty.
So we just sent it home.
Somebody sent it home at some point. You'll be very gentle.
It was Doug, right?
I know who was the guy, Brody, but I'm not going to.
Chris! Chris!
It wasn't Chris either.
Did you tell him that he left?
Yes, I did, and how sad we all are of it. Think of, if he was here right now,
We would have been done.
we would have been done.
Actually, I probably wouldn't be under here right now.
And that man works at a pace of speed and efficiency. Well, I think that this thing is done now. Actually, it's amazing when stuff isn't broke or wrecked, how quickly the service does. I know we need to detail the cab or clean it. I think Dad vacuumed some in there. But as far as service, we're done, except we have a couple of burned out lights that we ordered parts for up there. Otherwise, one, done. Just, what is it, 3 more to do? And I know the other ones have hydraulic hose issues. What are you doing? What are you into?
Signal light, treble. Oh, lordy.
Is that supposed to pull out like that?
No. I'm gonna have to tear it all apart.
Let's go show them your bust out another 1,000 project.
Oh, God, nobody needs to see that.
Yeah,
wreck.
we gotta go see it.
You know, I've suffered, what is it? How many years have we had it on the water now? 3? One fairly good, bad story per year. First year was what?
Fairly good bad story.
A bad, what is the word? I can't even think again.
It's boat. Bust out another 1,000.
Yeah, but it's mishaps. It's not really, well,
So last year he hit a stick, a log. It was
big
a
tree.
big log. It was bigger than a stick.
from the tornadoes, the whole lake is full of these sunken logs now. You have no idea where they are, so that shoved and knocked a big chunk into the water intake on the engine.
Luckily, we didn't blow it up, but
And,
because
That wrecked the water pump. Took all the fins off the little rubber impeller thing.
do you want to tell them how this happened? So it's a dual, what is it? It's a dual prop system. So this one goes on the big shaft, this one goes here, and it's for mass speed of propulsion.
It's been redesigned into the backward slope instead of the upward position that they're supposed to be. This one is gone and laid back on its life, and so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I got a guy.
Right there's the part number.
Well,
That looks cheap.
you know, that's maybe not a good sign when they actually just put the part number right on there.
And this one survived? Oh, there's some
Well,
there's chunks.
I don't need it to run perfectly smooth,
No, just take out
But
your
now-
seals on your.
but now my guy, he told me, oh, do we have time for this here? He said, did you dial indicate shaft by chance? What would dial indicate shaft mean?
A tool that we don't have, which
Well,
is,
I
I
told
suppose,
my-
diagnosing if you bent the output shaft.
I don't think it's bent. I'm 99% sure it is not bent, but,
Yeah, so you were.
yeah, there was a rock pile. Grandpa he said that they used to farm the North End artichoke in the dry years in the dirty 30s. And be darned if them old guys didn't go pile up these rock piles. You don't know where they're at, and they're just, well, I found one.
Yeah, here they're trying to better their field, and now it just ruins boaters'
Right.
lives for
The whole
years to come.
I could tell you stories of what I've seen on artichoke. You wouldn't believe it. The one guy, Amy and I actually witnessed it. He hit well, everybody kind of knows except him that there was a big point of rocks going off of this one island. When he hit that thing, I witnessed his whole top cover becoming airborne into the air, no kidding, 15 to 20 feet straight in the air, and it floated for about 10 seconds, and then that went down to the bottom. And he crippledly, very slowly went right back to the landing, and I'm sure I
I'm
know
sure
exactly the
his
feeling.
bill was probably, that's when the output shaft gets destroyed. This was just a little bit of a.
Yeah, this wasn't, I just nicked it.
Thank
But
God.
now we have to send that away, and I've been told they can heat it up and bend it back and rebalance. It wasn't bad. I debated about not fixing it, but I figured it's winter now.
Yeah, so now this giant pontoon is just in where our snowblower normally sits.
Oh, I can still get the blower in here. We're good. But that black thing's gotta leave.
What else you got going on in here? This
Gotta
is like a
change
small
oil.
Volkswagen engine.
It's a little overkill, in my opinion, but when you buy used, you can't be fussy. Yeah, well, needed two new speakers in the back because the woodpeckers pecked a hole in this one. The affiliate woodpecker. Take a look at that, how he got in there and pecked a hole in it, and then the...
You don't think it's just dry rotted?
Well,
it looks very. Oh,
hey.
it's just dry rotten.
No, I seen him out there. It was definitely him. There is no doubt in my mind that that was him.
Did he ruin the other one too?
Well, I figured that if you buy one, you've got to have them both. And they got this nice light inside, you know? So you gotta, don't touch it. Just don't touch it.
It's like rust on a pickup. It's so hard not to pick it off.
Keep your scab picking fingers off my speaker. Yeah, well, that's all I got for the bad news on the back end here.
Own a lake house.
The lake house is fine as long as you don't have the stuff out on the lake that goes with the lake house. That's all I can say.
You know what I found? The more stuff that you get there, the more stressful the lake life is.
It's a retirement.
Just have
Something
friends with
retirement,
lake houses
right.
and boats. Don't
That
own them.
is definitely more smarter words have never been spoke.
The service work's
Just
done.
stick
The
with-
gas is filled.
And
The expense. We should start charging admission.
Yes, if you've got a friend with a lake home and a boat stuff and all that, I don't care what you think it might cost, and you might think it costs way too much, but bring him steak, bring him beverages, whatever you can bring the guy that has to put up with the lake stuff. It's nowhere close enough to being enough. You could never bring the guy enough. That's just the way that is.
Are you making hints to your guests?
Oh, I'll take anything I can get. I'll take anything I can get. And I might just give these things away in a few more years. First guy that shows up, hey, you get the pontoon. Yeah, the happiest day in a boat owner's life after I bought this, I was told, is the first day he gets the boat and the day he sells the boat.
Hey, Mom really enjoys it.
Yeah, it's great when you're out there, but
Remember that day it was so hot?
yeah,
Couldn't just
heat
swim.
stroke. No, I don't know. It's all overrated. Mosquitoes, flies. I gotta go.
You could tell how much he loves his days off.
Yeah, it's all work. But we're not complaining. It's self-inflicted. If we'd say no to some of this stuff, then we could go find that friend that we don't
I
know
wish
we
I
have
could have
that
seen your face when you were boat shopping and sat in this thing and just, I know what the feeling is. Well, you just,
Yeah,
you can't not have something like this.
Well, we looked at a
And
lot.
then you instantly buy it and just regret
We
your
looked at a
decision.
lot of them, and they were all stupidly priced, and this thing was still stupidly priced, but it was on the upper end of things, so it was discounted a lot more than
Yeah, the
the.
first guy lost his butt,
Oh.
and now you're gonna lose the
Well,
other side of the
I
butt.
still am only gonna lose maybe as much as the other guys lost if I'd have bought the little one. But this thing was discounted enough where if you're gonna buy something, yeah, I said yes. Yeah, well, there that
And
is.
here we are,
Yeah,
broke down again.
I had everything I needed though.
The wagon. This is the wagon. When you hear us talk about the wagon, this is what he.
Yep. I was
Built the
short
farm
one
on.
socket. I did have to go rob one of yours, but.
Oh, I suppose I'll never get that back now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I think that's enough for the day and the video. Everyone has
Well,
left us.
You haven't power washed it yet because
This
of
don't look.
no grass is here. All of the dirt that was sifting off my yard has pretty much covered everything up there. You gotta see it to believe it.
All right, I think we're gonna call that a wrap. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You forgot a light on. See you guys.